Well, hi everyone. I'm John Rickland with a review of two movies that I just watched on Netflix, The Night Clerk and The Darkness. Despite the fact The Darkness, is titled that, it actually took place in the daytime quite a bit, and The Night Clerk also took place during the daytime quite a bit. Bit weird, these titles. Like any multi-movie review that I do, there will be spoilers throughout. I will tell you, however, that neither of these movies are very good. The Night Clerk was just, released a few weeks ago, and Netflix is like, yeah, sure, okay, it's a 2020 release. Yeah, sure, just put this shit out here. It's got a few stars in it. Maybe we'll make some bucks off of it. And then you got The Darkness. It's been out for a few years and wasn't very good. It was like almost Poltergeist-like, except it was Poltergeist 2 and 3. So let's just start with The Night Clerk. I'm going to give you this cast, by the way. Oh, and by the way, the director was the one that did Original Sin. So right then, I knew that I was in fucking trouble. But we got Ty Sheridan, who was in Ready Player One. We have Ana de Armas, who is absolutely fucking gorgeous. She was in Knives Out, and she's been in other stuff. She is a goddamn star in the making. You even got Helen Hunt in this. You got John Leguizamo, and you got the main guy from That Thing You Do, and also he was the killer in Prom Night. And you got Ty playing a character named Bart, and he is a night clerk at a hotel chain, stuff like that. And he's a bit socially awkward. He has that Asperger's, I believe is how it's said, form of autism, I believe. I'm not trying to be insensitive. If they get that wrong, please let me know in the comments, as I know there are different levels. I have talked to people that have relatives that have forms of this, and I'm sure that it would be terrible for anybody to not be able to communicate the way they want. And I will say that Ty actually does capture that pretty well with his character here. And the acting isn't really that bad. The frustrating thing is that it feels like a first draft that was like just a couple plot points but stretched out to 90 minutes. That's exactly what this feels like. He's a night clerk that has cameras in various rooms so he can watch people, observe people, and learn how to talk like them because he has trouble communicating because of his condition, and which is unfortunate. It must be very frustrating once again. And this is captured well in a lot of very good visuals, like in facials. The problem with the movie is he witnesses a crime, like a woman getting murdered. Oh no, what happened? What the hell's going on? He has the footage, but he doesn't want to tell the cops because then maybe they'll arrest him for being voyeuristic. And John Leguizamo plays a cop, and it's just all kind of stupid and everything. And what happens is he falls for this one woman that comes into the hotel, Ana de Armas, and it turns out she's in on this whole damn thing and tries to get this guy that she's with. She basically tries to get Bart to fall for her so she can get this footage because the guy that she's with is the one that killed the blonde woman in the crime, but it turns out to actually be that guy's wife because he wanted to be with this younger, hotter woman apparently. But it turns out Bart's a lot smarter than they think, and he he sends the footage to the police. They capture them, and that's pretty much it right there. This movie wasn't very good, and it's very unfortunate because the performances were actually quite good, but it just felt very blah. It felt very, very blah, and it just didn't have any meat to it. So even despite the decent performances, the fact that it had absolutely no meat to it, and it was a really, really bad story, like just a basic story, F, it's getting an F. It's a big F grade that I've handed out, a lot in 2020. Now we move on to The Darkness. That's from the same director of Wolf Creek and Wolf Creek 2, Electric Boogaloo. This has Kevin Bacon, Roger Mitchell, and they, are out with their family, their daughter and their young son, Mikey, who has autism. And he's socially awkward, as one could be with that condition. And he has his own, routine and set ways and stuff like that. And they're out at the Grand Canyon. And while walking around, when he's left on his own, when the daughter goes off with a guy, he falls into this cavern where he takes some stones. There's these weird ashy paintings on there, and oh no, what's all this about? He takes these stones. Turns out these stones were locking some demons that some Native Americans locked away in a ritual and put these stones there and said, oh, if the stones are ever moved, they'll get released. So what the fuck you think happens? These demons follow them, and it's demons that are in the form of various animals, and these animals keep hunting them, and they're trying to wear down this family. And Mikey, thinks that this is a good way, or Mikey thinks that this is a good thing. Well, they just want to save us. They want to take us with them so we can be happy and everything. And he doesn't know any better. He's also a kid. He doesn't know any better. He's being, impressioned upon. It's very impressionable here by these ancient demons. And unfortunately, this movie is just a lot of jump scares, a lot of bullshit. Oh, and then they try to have a subplot where the daughter's bulimic, and they just completely drop it after like 2 scenes. It's absolutely like just thrown in there for no fucking reason. And I mean, I'm not saying that isn't something that a movie shouldn't address if you want to. But why would you throw that in there and then just suddenly forget about it? They just fucking forget about it. And then Kevin Bacon apparently his character has been a serial cheater, but he isn't cheating anymore. And then, this Paul Reiser, his boss, brings in this assistant, this hot young thing, and thinks that he'll sleep with her. But he's like, no, I'm not about that anymore. And that's a subplot. It's all weird subplots that are wrapped around, they're dangling underneath this main plot of these demons trying to kill this family. And they don't really do anything. Like, I mean, there's this one point where this fire starts. It's a fire starter, twisted fire starter. And it has this hole in the wall where, eventually these demons will come through and they will attack, and they even enlist the help of this one lady and her granddaughter to try, doing ritualistic stuff to try and beat back these creatures. And there's also these research scenes where they find out, oh wait, we got to return the stones to, where they came from, and then there we go, we will be free. So it's convenient that near the end, Mikey, hey Mikey, he likes it. He likes being sacrificed. He gets taken through this portal to that hidden cave, and then Kevin Bacon runs in there, no, take me instead. And he tries to put the stones down first, but he doesn't. That's why he says, take me. And Mikey, they forget about him. They figure, this kid ain't worth it. We'll just take the adult. And then he puts the stones down, and the creatures start disappearing. And then the one pushes him back, but then he grabs the stone and does it. He does the thing, and then everybody is saved. Okay, yay, good. All right, can we go home now? We can go home now. This movie accomplished nothing. It accomplished absolutely nothing. And Kevin Bacon and Roger Mitchell, by the way, is absolutely fucking beautiful. I mean, just it's ageless as well. Speaking of ageless, Ming-Na Wen, from ER and various other shows. You look at her here. She was born in 1963. This movie came out in 2016. So she just doesn't even look like she should be above 30, at least in my personal opinion. But this movie, it was like the worst Poltergeist movies, because it was like Poltergeist 2. Now, Poltergeist 3, it wasn't that bad. There was no stupid hotel shit, but it's like, it just felt unnecessary. It's like all recycled shit that we'd seen before. And nobody felt really like a character. Like, everybody just felt like they were just kind of there just to advance the plot a little bit. So yeah, this gets an F as well. I'm going to be doing more movie reviews as time goes on, of like various ones from this year and past years. So look forward to that stuff, because I figure, why not? These movie reviews are fun. Sometimes it's therapeutic to rant about shit that I don't like. And sometimes it's good to be able to watch shit that I was like, oh hey, this isn't going to be very good. And oh wait, I thought this was going to be shit. 18 Presents. Watch 18 Presents, for God's sakes. Sometimes I can be surprised by how good something is. But anyway, agree, disagree, what I said. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Retlin. I'll see you soon.